I am here in what is left of the Granada War Relocation Center, also known as Amache Camp. It was a Japanese internment camp on the eastern edge of Colorado, just outside the town of Granada. Japanese internment camps were set up by the War Relocation Authority, also known as the WRA, after Roosevelt signed the Executive Order of 9066, after the attack of Pearl Harbor by Japan. 120,000 Japanese Americans were displaced by that act. This camp had 10,000 Japanese Americans go through the camp over its 3-year life, with the peak population being 7,300 on this 10,000-acre plot, although 680 was residential and the rest was agricultural. Still, it made this the 10th largest city in Colorado at the time. The land was privately owned, making it the only camp put on private land. It was also the only one where the governor did not oppose the camp. Most of the Japanese Americans came from California and were allowed to bring one bag of possessions, forcing them to sell all other possessions. The camp was surrounded by barbed wire fence and 8 machine gun towers, although they were rarely manned and were never used. Those that lived in the camp were allowed to go to the town of Granada, which was within walking distance. The locals were not welcoming at first, but then warmed up to the Japanese, employed some of them at their shops, and also started carrying Japanese foods. The camp had its own school, a few koi ponds, the football team lost 1 game in 3 years, and it beat the neighboring Holly team, with one of the players being Roy Romer, who later became a Colorado governor. The camp also had its own Boy Scouts unit, where they waved the American flag. The camp residents also had work, like screen printing signs and calendars for the Navy. The camp was supposed to be self-sufficient with food, but often produced a surplus of what was then sent to the U.S. Army. For example, one year they grew 4 million pounds of vegetables. In 1942, 441 men from this camp joined the 100th Infantry Battalion, after the government got rid of the ban that allowed foreign aliens of an enemy state to join the military. 100th Infantry was one of the most decorated in history and is known as the Purple Heart Brigade because of how hard they fought and were willing to risk their lives. Their names are carved in this memorial here. If you're a fan of Colorado and the surrounding area, be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to the channel. I upload new videos every Saturday. You can support this channel by liking or sharing the videos that I make. You can also purchase Colorado merchandise and prints, link in the description below.